We believe that the macro approach is a really powerful way of investing, and we call it the macro-active core approach. We very much focus on macro variables because we find that a number of sectors are very dependent on macro variables. That might be the energy sector, which is very much dependent on commodity prices, like the oil price. It might be due to sectors like real estate or financials, which are very much dependent on the bond markets. We then manifest and have the portfolio reflect those macro views. And we also have an active component of the strategy as well, and a core component of the strategy. The active side allows us to take convicted positions where we do have conviction. At the moment, that is in a nuclear power thematic, which we identified 5 or 6 years ago. And we have a number of stocks of equities in the portfolio reflecting the strong need for nuclear power investments. This was quite a controversial investment when we were first looking at it five or so years ago, but it's become much more mainstream as the requirement for clean, reliable baseload capacity has been realised, and we think that that is likely to continue. And on the core side, we are very pragmatic about identifying risk and taking risk where we mean to take risk. So if we are neutrally weighted in a company, we would ensure that we are 0% active, not 0% absolute. And this has been particularly relevant over the last few years where large caps have outperformed, and being underweight or being offside on those large caps has been really damaging. And so this part of the process is in some ways providing guardrails and protecting us in situations where Mag 7 and large caps outperform. Our top priority is delivering value to our clients. And so after a review of the funds and the fee structures of the funds, we have decided to reduce the fee structure on the retail share class from 75 basis points to 45 basis points and launch a new institutional share class at 25 basis points. This is to position the funds as building block funds in the market and to provide a really powerful compounding effect of the feeds to deliver value to the customers, in particularly over the long term. We identified nuclear power as a really important thematic about 5 or 6 years ago, and we continue to believe that this is an area of the market that is really interesting on a go-forward basis. 5 or 6 years ago, it was really a controversial part of the market because of a relatively controversial history, but we thought that there was a gap in the market for clean, reliable baseload power. And since then, there has been much more focus on energy security, and nuclear power fits that bill of being able to provide energy locally and on a reliable basis. There are some countries, such as Canada and France, that have a long history of adopting nuclear power, but that is evolving. And the US have been signing executive orders to encourage that part of the market. The UK is looking at small modular reactors, a new technology in the industry to allow investment in the market to increase over time. And we think that as the economy transitions away from fossil fuels, this is a key mechanism to allow for that.